Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Somebody once told me that I had a good singing voice, so now you guys are all blessed with that in your eardrums. You're welcome. Officially official, Marco Rossi extends with, or resigns, excuse me, with the Minnesota Wild, 3 years, 15 million, which is a 5 million average annual value, which is exactly what we all said it should be. Exactly the sweet spot that Bill Guerin wanted. Exactly what I said it should be. Um, the structure is a little bit interesting. 4 million for the first year, 5 million the second, 6 million the third per Michael Russo, excuse me, of the Athletic, which means that he enters free agency with a $6 million qualifying offer. So it gives him a little bit more value as he heads into free agency, which I think is probably a good thing. But ultimately, Bill Guerin kind of feels like he won this battle. Marco said he's very excited. I did try to ask Rossi what made him sign on the dotted line, what were the differences, and he wouldn't go into detail. He said that there were some things that he and his agent agreed that they liked. And Bill Guerin said that that was a better question suited for Rossi. Guerin did say that these type of bridge contracts are great for players because it gives them the opportunity to put their money where their mouth is. It gives them the opportunity to bet on themselves. And he said that's exactly what Marco is doing. And I think that's what we've seen Marco do throughout the entirety of his career. Again, this is a 60-point guy. He is a top six forward in his role and in Bill Guerin's role. I did ask Guerin that. I said, do you see Rossi being in that role? And he said, yes, I agree with Marco. We've always seen that. So, he did note there was maybe a lack of point production toward the end of the season, but it's still a player that they're very happy with. For me, it's nice to have one less thing to be asked about. He signed, it's done. Training camp he'll be at, he'll be a full participant. I also kind of like that the contract is movable. Should that be a question for down the road or at any point in time. Again, those numbers are not enough to really necessarily scare away any dance partners out there on the trade market if you were to explore those options. So ultimately, good for both parties. I feel like Bill won a smidge, but I think Marco's right there. And yeah, any further updates? Kirill Kaprizov, Bill Guerin will not provide any there. And Jonas Brodin, who again has been reported to be out since June. Excuse me. It's been reported since June that he will be out to start the season. Guerin said he didn't want to talk about it right now. He said we're still in August. It's something that he will address come September in training camp, which again is just a few weeks away. So he avoided that conversation. Said he wanted to keep the conversation on Marco today, which is funny because it's Brock Faber's birthday. And shout out to the Minnesota Wild admin on Twitter for their little trolling tweet about, oh, it's Brock Faber's birthday and Marco Rossi. How can I make this about me? Because I thought that was brilliant. Like, chef's kiss. I need a little humor. But ultimately, that's it. That's your update that we have right now. New episode of Bardown Beauties dropping on Monday. And yeah, I'm fine with I'm good with the contract. Again, great. Bravo. Bravo, Billy. Way to get in there. Way to do it. And yeah, we'll talk to you later. Bye.